Hi there, everyone, and welcome into Kinetic Grace Resilience. I'm Erica, and today I'm going to show you how you can do your yoga snacks and your movement snacks throughout your day. So this is simply a demonstration of the movement snacks that are included in our free downloadable PDF called SnackTime. So if you haven't already, go to elementalkinetics.com/snacktime and sign up to download your own free copy of the workouts that we're going to talk about today. Now, I say workout loosely because these are really just bite-sized morsels of movement that you can sprinkle throughout your day to get more overall activity without having to get all sweaty and go to the gym. Because as we know, sometimes life gets in the way, right? So this is one way that we can do a couple things. We can maintain strength when we're outside of our normal routine. Maybe we can use our yoga snacks and movement snacks as a way to get into exercise if we are a beginner. Or perhaps we use these small little yoga snacks to come back into exercise after, let's say, a year off, right? So however you choose to use them, they are going to be what you make them be. Before we start, I just want to remind you, this is for you. So work within your own safe range of motion. If something doesn't feel right, or if you have a particular injury that you need to take care of, by all means do that. And with that, we'll go ahead and begin with our first movement snack. This is actually the second way to snack on movement on your PDF. And it has to do with a little bit of math, right? We want to choose our overall number of repetitions for the day, and then we just divide that into however many times we think we can get these snacks in. So I like to keep things simple. So I usually divide my overall goal number by 5. It's just very simple for me to do it that way. You can do more sets if you like. If that is how your day is divided, that's fine too. So our first snack assumes a goal of 50 repetitions. And the 3 movements that we're going to use in this first snack are full range of motion squats, tricep dips off a chair, and push-ups. So let's go ahead and get started standing. So we'll come into a ready position with our feet hip to shoulder width apart. And this might look different for you. That's okay. We're going to obey all the squat rules, which means our hips are going to sit back and the knees are going to stay behind our toes. So as you sit back in your squat, make sure you can still see your toes out in front of your knees. So I'll turn to the side so you can get a better view of our form, because how we do these exercises matters just as much as the exercise that we're doing. So we're going to relax the shoulders here. Abdominals are tucked in to support the spine. And then because our overall goal is 50 repetitions, each set only has 10 in it. So here we go, sitting back. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. So the squat set is over, and now we're going to make our way to a chair for our tricep dips. So I'm going to turn this to the side so you can see how we set up. We want to be to the front edge of our chair, and we want that chair to be very stable. So Try not to choose one of your rolly chairs. That's probably not a great option, but you could also do this off the edge of a coffee table or some other solid surface. So we're going to take our hands back to the sliding forward off the seat. Hands are just on the edges, and we're going to keep our seated posture here for support. All we need to do is drop the hips a little bit here, bend the elbows, and press up, and we're going to move for 10 times. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then help yourself back onto your seat. So you'll notice that I did not go very deep into that tricep press, and that's important because if you have any issues with the shoulders, you may not be able to, and that's okay. Even a small range of motion is still going to hit the triceps, which is along the back of the arm. Our final movement in this snack is a push-up. So let's make our way down to the floor. I know that many people don't like push-ups. I hear you. They are not easy, but the more you do them, the stronger overall through the core the body becomes. So don't worry so much about having to come up on your toes at first. If you're not used to doing push-ups, that's okay. We're just going to get the best range of motion we can and rest if you need to. Remember, this set is only 10. So we're going to set our hands a little wider than our shoulders here and in line with the chest. Now, because this is a little bit of a beginner set and we're only doing 10, I'm just going to stay on my knees here and notice how my hips stay lifted. So we want to resist the temptation to drop the body. That actually makes it harder for the arms. So use some of that core strength, and we're going to take 10 push-ups right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Now feel free to sit back and stretch if you like. And then return to your day. So that's the end of one set. When we choose our exercises for our movement snacks, we definitely want to keep in mind the clothes that we're wearing, because we don't need to change our clothes to be able to do those things. You probably won't even break a sweat. So now let's move on to our second option for our movement snacks. Option 2 assumes 100 repetitions for our goal. That means if we're going to do 5 sets sprinkled throughout our day, our sets are now up to 20 repetitions. In this particular option, we're going to do squat pulses. We're going to do reverse lunges, and we're going to do knee lifts. So to begin, we want to use the same posture for our squat pulses as we had for our squats. We're just not going to do the full range of motion. So I'm going to turn to the side so you all can see the posture here. Shoulders are rolled back, and we're going to sit down to the deepest range of motion that we can and hold there and make tiny little lift lower pulses just for 20. Relax the shoulders, sit back, and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up slowly, making sure that we breathe, and we can shake those legs out. Second movement is a reverse lunge. So basically, we're just going to step backwards, as big of a step as we can, keeping the heel lifted and our front knee above the ankle. Alternate your steps back and count to 20. reverse lunges are a great option for you, especially if you struggle with any knee pain from patellar syndrome. And we want to take care of those knees. So making sure that as we step back, we keep that knee above the ankle is going to be very important. All right, so our feet are hip width apart, and we step straight back behind us, counting to 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, your range of motion, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake those legs out. Last exercise in this particular snack is a knee lift. I like standing knee lifts because it's like doing a crunch, but you don't have to get down on the floor. So we're going to reach up really high overhead and pull the arms down as we lift the knee. So your hands can come to the knee, and then we're coming right back to the floor. Alternating sides for 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake those legs out. And that's it. So this particular snack is great if you don't want to get down on the floor at all. And those knee lifts, if you slow them down, they're even better for the core. If you want a little bit of cardio, you go a little bit faster. There's no impact, so it's easy to sneak it into your day. All right, now we're moving to our final movement snack before we move on to that big 5-minute yoga snack. This particular snack, we need to be down on the floor. It starts with push-ups, then we move into stick-ups, which I'll show you how to do, and finally, we'll finish with a plank and leg lifts. So a little bit more focused on the core in this particular snack. But as we move into the first set of push-ups, just know that you can modify these down to the knees if you'd like. And when we get to the plank, you can also modify there, either to the elbows or to the knees. Let me show you how. This snack assumes 100 repetitions for our daily goal, and we're going to divide this by 5, so repetitions are 20 per set. But remember, you can make it your own. So we're going to begin in our push-up position, hands slightly wider than the shoulders. And we could stay on our knees or challenge the body by lifting to the toes. Our set is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping down to those knees, we can sit back and stretch for a moment. So we're going to come into a kneeling position for stick-ups. So I'm going to face you first, up on the knees, and bring those arms up and overhead. Reach up to the sky, and then as we exhale, we're going to draw the elbows down the body and to the back of the body. Pinch the shoulder blades together, and then inhale and come up. If you practice yoga, you might recognize that movement. It is exactly like moonflowers, and it's fantastic for the back of the shoulders. So let's begin for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake those arms out. Great job. Our final movement in this movement snack is a plank position where we hold the plank and add leg lifts. So, as we come into the plank, we have options. Hands are going to be under the shoulders here, not like a push-up where it's slightly wider. And then you have the option to extend the legs and come up on the toes. You have the option to come down to the knees, or you can drop down to the elbows here, keeping the elbows under the shoulders, and make those same choices. So we might be up on the toes or down on the knees. So I'm going to show you half the set on the knees and half the set on the toes for our leg lifts. So abdominals are engaged. If we're down on the knees, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if we're up on our toes, it'll look like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping. And let's sit back to stretch. There you have it. 3 options for movement snacks that you can take and make into your own. Feel free to pick other movements that you are very familiar with to use instead. And if ever you are not sure about how to do an exercise, sometimes it's better just to leave that one out. This is supposed to be as simple as possible. Finally, I want to give you a true yoga snack. This is a 5-minute outline that you can really personalize for yourself. It can be done standing, the way I'm going to show you today, or you can do it seated at your desk or any other chair where you can sit up nice and tall. You might choose to use this as little mini practice. It might become a way for you to insert some stress-busting meditation throughout your day as well. So however you choose to use it is going to be the right way for you. So I'd encourage you to be curious and try some new things. So here is your yoga snack outline. Standing or seated, we're going to reach up through the crown of the head so that it feels like we are really extending up towards the ceiling and our spine is nice and long and supported. In the first minute, of our practice. We're going to bring our focus in on the breath only. So let's take our hand to the stomach and either the rib cage or our chest. And just notice our breath. Notice how long it takes to exhale. Notice how long it takes to inhale. Notice the space between the inhale and the exhale. And then gently begin to slow the inhale to meet the exhale. And then soften the edges a little bit, creating this nice, easy flow between the inhale and the exhale. There's no rush here. Now let's take a moment in minute 2 to create our 3-word intention. You can keep your hands with the breath or relax them down along the sides, choosing one positive present word each for the mind, the body, and the spirit. Staying with that breath. Perhaps today we choose gratitude, strength, contentment. Repeat those words to yourself 3 times. As we approach minute 3, begin to notice any areas in the body that might be holding on to some tension or restriction, maybe some tightness in the muscles or the joints. And then with the breath, gently begin to move into those spaces. We might roll the head and neck. Maybe we roll the shoulders a little bit and move through the spine, connecting that to the breath. Maybe we expand that movement, rounding through the upper back. On the exhale, inhaling as we open the front of the body, lifting up, exhaling, rounding forward. Perhaps we explore a side-to-side motion, inhaling, coming up overhead as we move into a side bend, inhaling, back center, exhaling as we fold into the other side, finding a beautiful flow with our breath, opening those arms. And then as we move in to minute 4 and 5, we can either continue the movement or return those arms relaxed along the side into a gentle body scan, first noticing the feet as they're pressed into the floor, perhaps contracting the feet, moving up to the knees and the thighs, noticing what we notice there, maybe contracting the knees and the thighs, and then completely relaxing, bringing our attention to the hips and the lower belly. Maybe a slight contraction there to bring our awareness, fully relaxing those muscles. Letting our attention come up to the chest and the shoulders, feeling a contraction there and then a release. Noticing our arms and our hands, contracting those arms and our hands, feeling that strength, and then completely releasing that contraction, bringing our awareness to the neck and the jaw, contracting here, and then relaxing, bringing our awareness up through the face and the crown of the head, and then let's contract all of the muscles in the body. Feel your entire body connected to the breath, and then relax that contraction away. We'll take one more breath here. Big inhale, moving the arms if that feels good. Reaching up. Full exhale. Softening the eyes and returning to our 3-word intention. Gratitude, strength, and contentment. And then releasing those arms to your side. That was a beautiful 5-minute practice that you can do absolutely anywhere. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need your yoga clothes. You can practice connecting the body and the breath through movement and through intention anywhere you are, anytime during your day. So I encourage you to give that a try. And then remember, you can always expand that practice with particular poses that happen to be your favorites if you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me on this video demonstration of our movement and yoga snacks. And remember, if you haven't already, head over to elementalkinetics.com/snacktime to download your free PDF copy of everything that you saw here today. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time inside Kinetic Grace.